Hey everybody, thanks for checking out. This is Kyle with Confident Canines. Thanks for checking out the video, the channel, wherever you found this. Today we're going to talk about why we use crates. So crates, I would say, are like one of the three main tools that we use. We use prong collars, remote collars, and crates. And every dog that comes through this program is going to learn how to be in a crate, if they haven't already. It's not as dramatic as a lot of people think it might be, because a lot of people are used to their dogs freaking out in crates. Fortunately, the protocols that we use here, we're able to actually get dogs comfortable in crates really, really quickly. So within a couple of sessions, your dog's going to learn, to be in the crate and be really comfortable in there. So why do we use them? Well, when do we use them? Well, most importantly, when your dog is not supervised. So when you're asleep, when you're not home, maybe you are home, but you're outside doing yard work or something like that, and you don't want your dog, around your lawnmower. When you're in the shower, things like that. Things where you're not at all able to supervise your dog, and nobody is. So that's when I would use them here. That said, I also do have dogs in crates sometimes when, technically I could be supervising them, but they're still going to be in their crate. And this is something I recommend to all my clients. A big reason for that is because a lot of times dogs get acclimated to being in the crate when nobody's home, or things aren't happening. But then they struggle if you're home and you're doing some stuff in your house, or you have guests over or something like that, and all of a sudden your dog's like, "Hey, I'm not supposed to be in here. You're home. I'm not supposed to be in my crate. You're supposed to let me out of here." So it's a great skill for dogs to learn that they can also just go in their crate and chill out, even when things might be going on in the house. Obviously that's going to vary from person to person. But I do think it's a great skill. A good example of that is if you're having like housework done. If I had to have a plumber or an electrician or somebody like that come over, I had to have my water heater replaced recently. That was a great time for my dogs to be in their crates. It keeps them out of the way. The tradespeople are more comfortable because I'm sure they've been had a couple of run-ins with some not so nice dogs. It's great practice for the dogs, and it keeps me from having to worry about the dogs, because I could have my dog in place, but if I'm having then to go outside to talk to the people working on the house, or I'm having to help with something, or something like that, everybody wins. It frees me up. The workers are more comfortable. Or the dog is Bellatrix wants to say hi. Um, the dog is winning because they're getting some great practice of learning how to be calm and patient, even when there's a lot of stuff going on. So that was kind of a tangent. But yeah, so crates are great tools. They give our dogs a place where we know that they can be safe. I like being away from my house and knowing my dogs cannot be getting into anything. If I have multiple dogs, I know that they're not, even if they don't historically have a problem with each other, it gives you that peace of mind. Sometimes people feel really guilty about leaving their dog in crates. I understand that, but I think that it's worth rethinking, because what do you really want your dog to be doing when you're gone anyway? For most people, it's just like lay around on a bed. Well, that's what being in a crate is. It's laying around on a bed, and they're not barking out the window. They're not being reactive to things like that. So ultimately, it does come down to a personal choice. If you have a dog who's just like, "Hey, I've had this dog for years, and I leave the house and he doesn't do anything," that's fine. That's fine. That's totally up to you. That said, a lot of people bring their dogs here because they're having behavior issues, and those dogs need high levels of structure. So if you feel like your dog is in need of more structure, a crate is a great place to start. Like I said, your dog's definitely going to be crated in this program, and that's for their safety, as well as their their behavioral progress. So that is kind of a lot of rambling. It feels like a little bit, but that gives you some good context of when we use crates, why we use them, and why they might be helpful for you. If you are struggling with your dog behaviorally, if you're having issues with reactivity, if you're having issues with anxiety, if you're having any type of behavioral issue like that, a crate is gonna really most likely help you. Don't feel bad about crating your dogs. Don't feel bad because your dogs are in their crate. Again, you were conditioning them to be happy in there. If you need help with that, let me know and I can give you some more pointers. This isn't really a how-to. This is more of a why. But if you need more info on how to, your dog struggles in the crate and you don't know how to introduce them to it or get them comfortable in it, let me know. Hit me up in the comments and let me know, has a crate benefited you? If you made progress with something like that, I'd love to hear about it. And I'm sure a lot of other people would as well. So thanks for checking it out. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.